I saw a lot of standardbreds down there too.
Yep, this is an old standardbred farm.
Gotcha.
So I'm just going to show you what we're going to do, and then it's an old standardbred farm. It's got the big 34 stall barn in the middle of it, and then there's a half-mile track. Yeah, I'll show you pictures. Okay. So what we're going to ask him to do is, I'm going to leave him right there for a second. I'm going to draw a box behind him. I'm going to ask him to back into that box, and then I'm going to give him a command that tells him that he is supposed to stay in that box. He's done. Ta-da! The horse has been taught to ground tie. Back, 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 back. Yep, good. Back. Yep. You got it. Yep, good. Back. Yep, good. Back. Yep, you got it. Back. You got this. Back. Yep. Yep. Okay. You got this. Bug. Back. 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 Good. Back. Back. One more. One more. Don't stall out on me. No, you stalled out. Come on. Come on. He's like, no, my feet are good. I saw the box and I'm in the box, so leave me alone. Back. 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 One more. And there. Now what we would do is we'd say, stand. And we'd ask him to stay there. Now, you can, if he was like the type to really start to run off or whatever, you would maintain control of the rope. But the trick is that, like, want to be able to walk all the way around him, do all the stuff that you can do around him. You don't want to, I would say, get your tack out and then bring him down. Not leave him standing there and then go get your tack, The trick also is he has to have a release word, okay? So I always use the word okay. So that way they know that they've been released. So I'm going to put that foot back even though he took that step. Good. So like if you're grooming him, no, so you're going to be very particular. If you're grooming him, the job at hand is not grooming him. The job at hand is to make sure that if it's fly related, I don't care, but if you make sure that if he moves his feet, you put them right back where they were, and no matter what, your cost as far as stopping what you're doing, you know what I mean? So he did use that as an excuse because he could fly on him. I'll get the fly, and now you put your foot back. Stand. And I do it in a downward pull. So that way they know that some kind of command was initiated. Yeah, I mean, seriously, like you can certainly build on time with that, I mean, he doesn't have fire in his feet. Is there anything else you wanted to do with him? Because, I mean, really, because that's really all you have to do is you just work with him with so like he's going to use his fly as an excuse, but it went away. And then so now, like, you would gather up your stuff, without accidentally pulling on him, tell him okay, and then ask him to come off. Then he's allowed out. So don't ever just pull him away, because then he didn't know there was a difference. But if you put him in a stand, stay, kind of like a dog, sit, stay. Square him up, stand. I have 2 flies on my leg. I'm going to move my leg whether you like it or not. 3. You got 3 on that leg. And then you can take it up by, running around him, acting like a drunken sailor around him, where the intention would be actually to try to spook him. Like, and then just ask him to come back and stand. Stand. And then, just do different. Good job. Good job. I'll be able to do stuff around him and have him understand his job is just to stay there. And then make sure you always tell him, okay? So he has a release. And he'll stand there forever until he hears the word okay. You know, okay and some kind of guidance. But once you put him in a... I mean, then, you know, if say, just bouncing around him doesn't spook him enough to, you know, put him back where he was, then try other things. Like try, you know, take an opportunity to use a stand stay as a time to desensitize. Teaching him how to not move his feet even if something scary is happening.
Speaking of desensitizing, we can play one game if you don't know.
Okay.
There's a scary orange sled over there.
Okay.
And he's like petrified to drag it. He's like part of our obstacle course.
Aww.
And he like petrifies when they drag it, like even on the ground.
Okay.
Like that.
Sure.
Time to break out the sled. Yeah.
I went skiing earlier.
Yeah, that's right. We're skiing. It's a skiing kind of a day.
So let's see when he tells us he's afraid of it, so we can help him from that point. Because what might happen is he might tell you well in advance, I'm scared, and you might not hear him. And then if you don't hear him, he'd lose his trust in you. Because he says, but you're not listening to me, I'm scared of that. So he's alert, but he's not saying, oh my God, one ear's still back. Both ears back, but they're not, nostrils haven't changed, the nostrils are starting to change a little bit now. But. Go ahead, you can look at it. Yeah, so his nostrils are saying that now. Go ahead, look at it. Probably never been food in it, though. You can look. Since he's mouthy, he'll probably check out those ribs with his mouth to make, you know, because he sees there's like a deficit in it. Yeah, you want to bite that piece. I get the bird feather off. All out of whack with my phone today. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you follow me. See if you can't get him to kind of have a little pep. And then I'm going to turn and you're going to go on the inside of me, so we're going to allow it to get beside him. So he's got one ear on it, but he's not totally freaked out yet. His nostrils are flared, so he's like, I'm not sure. So we're going to stop now. We're going to let him look at it again. Okay. So now, since it's been on this side of him, can you lead him from that side? You lead those fine from both sides? Okay, so now go ahead and see if you can't take that with him. Do you want to throw a bareback pad on him or something and see if you can do it with... Okay. You're like, he's not doing it. It's like, I swear to the mechanic, my car makes that noise, I swear. Okay. Here, I'll hold that. Manage him. I have reins if you want my reins. I wrote reins. Oh, you got that. You want to pull it? Go ahead, you pull it.
Now that'll be a trick. You'll win the obstacle course if you have it.
Yes, give it to him.
Just making a liar out of me today.
He's being a good boy. That's good.
Can I use that?
You want a pad? sometimes they have you drag a log, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna want something with a little weight to it too.
So obviously I'm going to be fair and I'm going to show them my bag first. Thank you for saving that spit for after you move your mouth. Okay, back them up with that so you can see that that bag is sitting in there. It's not a lot of weight, but it's more weight anyway. After them back up again. Good. Good. So now go out and around and have the sled catch up to you again. Okay, okay. Drop it if you have to. So, it's a rope issue, it's not the sled. Yeah. He's not sure. He doesn't understand that that rope's going to touch him. So, you can go, let him go look at him. Now it's officially scared him only because, good boy. You're okay. Yep, just don't push him now when he tries. So I'm going to move this just a split second just so he can get his attention back on it. Let's see if he'll try again to look at it. He's got blinders on right now. They do that when they're scared. They just pretend like they don't see it. So I just want to get him to look at, first to look at it again. Okay, think about it. There. So leave him alone. Let him do what he's got to do. So that's why that became scary, because the rope scared him. So one of the things you can do is you can do some rope desensitizing with like long lines and do them across his back and his butt and like get him to where like none of that would bother him at all. We can continue obviously to do this now and fix it now, but I'm just saying like if you wanted to just always keep some kind of practice where you didn't have to get on him and drag something. His fear is when he felt it touch his side and then he felt it touch his butt and then it went up over his butt. You know, then he went, okay, and then that's where he got a little squirty. I call that motorboating when they drop their butt down. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. It's like when you first, start a motorboat. Okay, so we're gonna back you away again, and then get it where he's pulling it again, and then we'll try to do that. This time, when you make your turn, try to make your turn where there's not a chance that if he panics, you or him are too close to the rail for two reasons. One, because I don't want to see anything happen to you going into the rail. And I don't want to see that accidentally hit the rail and cause a whole new thing. So like if you wanted to, like right now, you can can you flip that over, can you flip ropes around his head? Is he okay like that? Like flip that over his head and get to the other side? Yeah. Good. Yeah. And then now come towards me, and we're going to allow it to see if it'll drag down on his body again. The weight gave it a different noise. Now see if you can touch his flank with it. Good. Good. And then take it off. So you're just going to do a little approach and retreat. So I'm going to have you keep the hold of it, but you're going to touch him with it and take it back off. Touch it, take it back off. So you're just going to do approach and retreat with touching the rope against him. Did I scare you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? Can you forgive me? I'm going to give that rope to your mommy, okay? You're a good guy. Okay, so you're just gonna, even that kind of stuff, Even if you wanted to take the rope across behind you and hold it with your other hand, just so, it's just with the intention of just getting him, so, you see how cowboys have tons of crap hanging off their saddles? They can get used to anything. Yep, then take it back off. Yep. And then cut down the middle and let it touch him again. and then take it back off. We're not waiting for him to be spooky. We're trying to get ahead of this spook. Yep, keep going. Let the rope touch him, even if you have to just do it, yep. And then back off. Yeah, like I said, we're not going to wait for him to spook. We're just trying to get ahead of it so we can fix it. Let it touch him. Good. Good. Now, kind of do a figure eight and see, and do kind of a small figure eight so you don't get too close to any rails. Gently let it touch him, see what he's going to do. If you need to drop it, then you can drop it, of course. Good. I'll come back and see it because now it's scary again. Good boy. Good boy. Scary stuff, huh? Yeah. Your world is scary. You want to look at it? Go ahead and look at it. Take your blinders off. So stay right there. I'm going to... So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this rope off. I'm going to give you the rope. And then I'm going to have you simulate the rope across his back, his flank, his butt. But I'm going to have the actual thing. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to give you the rope so you can kind of simulate to him what that's going to feel if he was actually pulling it. Yeah, it's not the sled. Yeah, it was a rope. So, but because the rope happened when the sled, it was association. So just kind of give him the feeling of the rope kind of sliding down around him, stringing him over his back. Pass it to yourself behind your back, so that way he can feel it go all, yep, there you go. Yep. If you're comfortable doing that kind of stuff with him walking, we'll go ahead and walk and I'll follow you. Because it's not the sled, it's that, what you're doing right now, but because the sled is associated with that pull sensation on the rope is why. Okay? And what you're going to do is, see, he's going to associate that with maybe more of a go cue. So what you're going to do is you're just going to try to get him to find cruise control. And when he speeds up, you're just going to slow him down, but you're not going to stop doing what you're doing because we're not actually desensitizing him to where we're going to quit that. We're going to desensitize him to where we're going to tell him to tolerate it. He's just associating that with being told to go. So just all you have to do is make your body language feel very comfortable about the pace that you're going in, so that way he knows that's the right pace. Because your body language, if your body language is nervous in any way, or you're worried that he's going to panic, then he's going to read your body language as being asked to go faster. So there he was trying to use an excuse to, so he is nervous because he looked at that mounting block like he's never seen it before. And that's what they do when they're scared of something else. They look for excuses to explode. doesn't, that's not a relaxed walk. See if you can get him to really find a nice, relaxed walk. And you can keep doing that, and that he understands that you're looking for that relaxed walk, and that your body's nice and relaxed, that he's not interpreting anything other than this nice, casual, trail-wide kind of walk. That's nice. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and hook this back up and see if we got that fixed. Yeah, it's funny when they tell us it has nothing to do with what you think I'm afraid of. I'm just here to help, buddy. Okay. So don't you suddenly get nervous. You can do everything exactly the same way. Yep, he was busy looking outside. He's not even bothered at all. Yep. So do a figure 8 where you're going to have that come across his flank completely. Yep. And just ask him to control his speed, and so that he knows that it has nothing, this rope touching him is not asking for more. So what I'm going to see if you could do is, can you kind of tuck that the rope under your butt a little bit? Because what's happening now is it actually is seeming like driving energy. Because when you do touch him, the tail of it's touching him as if you were using makate. Okay, so go ahead, and can you sit on that line and keep it like under your leg or something, so that way he can still feel it rub against him, and and where you can quick release it if you had to. Okay. This way, because he was interpreting when you would touch him, it was coming across as a driving energy, because it was too intermittent, but yet rhythmic enough to seem like driving energy. Okay, go ahead and see if he'll go now. So come in front of me and then go down on that rail, and then we're going to try to make a turn where that goes down the length of his body. Alarms. And if you have to, just drop it out from under your leg. Now it's touching his legs. Or turn back, whichever you feel most comfortable being able to do. Yeah? So we'll try not to get to the rail, so if you could have turned back, you know what I'm saying? So we don't have to fully let go. I mean, I want you to do what you have to do, so I want you to let go. But I'm just saying, this way you could have turned back maybe, and still stayed attached to the sled, and had him seen it again, okay? Because when you got to here, you had no choice but to let it go, because he was starting to panic, and he got you against the wall. So we'll try not to stay against the wall in any way. What side was it on? On that side? What's up, dude? Is it scary again? Is it scary again? You look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Your blinders back on? Look at it. Put your head down. You got this. Go ahead. Go ahead, go. Go ahead, give it a look. See? It's all good. Okay, so from here you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to back up so you can get this back in front of you and the line taut. Go across the middle, and then you're going to turn right, but you're going to turn right well before the wall. right there. And if you have to drop it, or if you can, turn back the other way. Yep. Turn back the other way, just so we can help him. Turn back the other way, turn back the other way. So faster we can help him, the better it's going to be for him. So if you could just use 2 reins, that would be a lot easier to get faster. Okay, go ahead, come back through the middle. In front of me, turn, and if you have to, you can turn back and come across in front of me, behind me. Yep, don't drive him at all. He's walking just fine. If you give him any driving energy, then, yep, don't walk towards the, here, don't, turn back the other way, toward the wall, yep. So I don't want you getting close to the wall. Okay, come back across, and well before you get to the wall, you're going to turn. So this way it gives you the opportunity to do another figure 8 towards the wall, because I don't want you getting yourself against the wall. So turn now to the right. Yep. Now turn to the left. Turn to the left. Good. He's licking and chewing. So now turn to the left. Try to ease to the right. Go back to the left. Good. All we're doing is we're desensitizing without dropping the sled. Turn to the left. Turn to the right. Turn to the left. Keep going left. We're just going to keep playing with it so it goes against him. He still drags it. Turn to the right. Give yourself room to turn to the left. Turn to the left. Turn to the left. Comes close to me, and then you're going to turn right, and then you're going to give yourself enough room to turn left when you have to. Turn right. Turn left. Okay, so now we're going to try to make some tighter right turns so that it can get more against him. So come to me. Again, you're going to turn more hard right, and then give yourself room to turn left when you have to. Hard right, left. Good. See, you're doing enough rein action that you got him focused on the reins anyway, so he's not even paying attention to. Good boy. Okay, come towards me. So anytime that you make a turn where that's going to touch his body, give yourself plenty of room to turn the other way. So turn right now. Turn left. Turn hard left. Turn hard right. Turn hard left back. Turn hard left back. Good. We want it to scare him so we can help him through it. Turn hard left to me. Turn hard right. Be ready to turn hard left as soon as he gooses. Turn hard left. Yep, that was much better. Turn hard left. Turn hard right. Turn hard right. Turn hard left. Much better. So we're going to do like a real tight serpentine. So turn hard left. Way in front of me. Turn hard left. Hard left. Hard left. Hard right. Hard left. Stay hard left. Do a circle. Yep. Yep. That's about a bug. It's not about him. Not about the sled. Good. Do hard left still. Now go hard right. Hard right like you're going to do a circle, but you don't have to do a circle. You can bend out of it if you have to. Hard left. So you didn't even have to, but it was still good to promise him you would. Okay, hard left. Yeah, we're just going to do one more where it's almost getting behind him. Okay, hard right. Be ready to do hard left if he starts to goose. Hard left. Good. All we do is we just promise him that we're not going to let him get tangled up. Hard left. Hard right. Hard left. Hard right. You ready to turn hard left? Hard left. So he still has a little goose, but it's way better than it was when he first panicked. Oh boy. Hard left. Hard right. Oh. That's okay. I wanted him to, he's in a panic state right now. So now I want you to do hard left, get him to where he's out of it, but he's trying really hard. He's being very brave right now. So turn hard left. Don't make him back on the rope, but hard left. Good. Let him turn around and see it. Good. Oh. Good. Oh boy. So I had you deliberately stop with it almost in his tail. So that, and he was trying, his eyes were big, he was trying very hard to be brave, but he was being very mindful, and we've done enough promising him that we're not planning on having this wrap around his hind legs. I would practice that. I would do it with a long rope, and I would do it with the opportunity to reel it in if you want to, and reel it back out if you can, so if you have to, and just make sure, that you're doing these hard turns, and don't get yourself where you can't get out of it, because sometimes if you've done a hard turn, and you've come too close to the wall, even dropping it, he'll get tangled up in it. So we want to make sure that we stay away from the wall and do where you give yourself plenty of room. When you make it where it's going to come against him, and he goes, oh, you can go, okay, never mind. You know what I mean? Just keep doing that, okay, never mind. Can you do it? No, okay, never mind. And then just until he can. He's made a great improvement just in that little bit of time. So I'm sure a little bit of practice with that, you're never going to have trouble with it again. Do you get a chance do you get any kind of warm-up? Do you get a chance to show them any stuff for the trail competition, or?
Yeah, that's why, I found this as well, disorder and what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I felt that, I would feel like for disorder, that was kind of play with disorder. I usually do myself as a layer, take my part.
Right. So, if you were to compete, though, if you went and, you're at the event, would they allow you to look at anything, touch anything? Okay.
And last year, that was hanging up outside in the corner. So you had to pick it up from the corner ledge and drag it across the corner. It was whoa, and just sort of a rope,
Right.
She just said, sorry, something backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, you can keep using the sled, just keep adding different things on it. Keep making it look different, keep adding different weight. This way, the sled still, because what's cool about the sled is it picks up the noise of the little rocks, it picks up the noise of little things.
And it sounds a lot better in here than it does outside, on that stone.
Mm-hmm. So if you feel like he's really improved in here, now take it out there and go back to this level of practice.
And if you actually learn this.
I do, but I don't use bits. That's completely up to you, though. I'm the one that always gets everybody out of a bridle, but
I would love to get out of the bridle.
they like it better. Yeah, just get one that doesn't have a double. Some of them have 2 tie downs here, so it literally ties their jaw shut. And yeah, and if he's panic, about his head, I wouldn't do anything that ties his head shut. Yeah, all my horses. I've got horses I've never had a bit in their mouth, and I have horses that I put bits in their mouth just so I could show them. But all my horses go with just a rope halter. I mean, I have a rope halter noseband that I've attached to bridle, so if I was to go into a jumper class, I can use that. Yeah, you can look at it. like, I don't care, it got me out of the stall, Mom. You're funny. Yeah, I love mouthy horses. I love mouthy horses.